Trademarks. You've heard the word, you know it's probably kind of like copyright, but you're not sure how. And trademark is very similar. It's where it is a logo, a name, a title, how it is displayed and associated with a product, a service, a character, a business. But it is where you do not have to register copyright for protection. You technically don't have to register your trademarks either, but registering your trademark, make sure everyone knows that is your trademark, your name. So like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Spider-Man, Superman, Big Thumb Productions, if that's your thing. Those are trademarks. And while you don't have to register, because if you get it out there and you start establishing yourself in the public eye, people will come to know that trademark and associate it with whatever your business and brand is. Like if I say it's a Bad Robot, which I believe is J.J. Abrams' production company, that kind of sticks. That's a trademark. It'll be registered. You can go look it up. And it is kind of a weird area with like song titles, because there are plenty of songs that all have the same title. You could trademark it, but at that point, the trademark and associate, people really just going with the artist. Your band name, your band logo, trademark. And when you look on products, if you see just the TM, that means it is a trademark, because obviously it's on the product. You see it, it's being used, it's associated with this business or character, whatever. And if it's just TM, that means it's not officially registered. The R in a circle means it is a registered trademark. So if you do a trademark search, and I will link to the website so you can see how it works, and you can just try it out. You just think of whatever trademark or name and just have it pop up. Likewise, if you are working on a book or like any creative thing and you have a name for it or business idea, you can just do a trademark search, see if it, and it's not just like names and logos and symbols. It can be a tagline, catchphrases. I don't remember who it was. A Taylor Swift. I don't know what song it was. Like she trademarked, I don't know, something she was always using. Like a rapper Q-Tip. I think at one point in time, one of his trademarks was his the word that he made up, vibrant. Honestly, I don't know if that's trademarked. I assumed he probably would have trademarked it back in the day. Trademarks are also very specific to the product, to the industry that it is. So like Pepsi or Coke, if you look up their trademark, you will see the information, how it's associated with soft drinks. And it gets specific because it can be associated with juices, energy drink, food things are associated with food. Like there's a whole breakdown. Like television productions. Another difference between trademark and copyright is you have to keep it registered. I can't remember. It might be annually. It might be there might be a set term that you have to renew it. I don't know, because registering a trademark is also fairly expensive. I don't know what copyrights are, but back in the day when I looked up registering copyrights, it was only like $18. And when I looked up the fees for trademarks, it's like $500. Might be more, might be less. Maybe you get package deals now for a brand. I don't know. But yeah, you have to keep your trademark registered, and that way nobody else can use it. Likewise, now if you are using, whatever you're putting out there, if you don't have the money or the care or the worry to officially trademark, like when you have your logo or whatever it is, and you're doing like promotional materials, posters, your titles, always include that little TM. That is your trademark. You are claiming it. You might not have registered your trademark, but as you get out there, people will associate that with you. Yes, someone else could think up the same thing, and the more popular likely it is, if you've been established for a long time and never registered your trademark, and someone else thinks it up and they do a search, it's not taken, so they register it, you would technically, even though they registered it, still have a claim, because if you can prove that your trademark has been established, for 5, 10, like a year, however much longer than the new registered trademark under the same name, you would have a greater claim to it, because the public already associates it with you, your business, product, like whatever you are doing. So even though the other one is registered, they're not as well known and established. You can also register to use a trademark. So if you have an idea for your product or business and the name, but you still have to get it up and running, lay down the foundations, you can still pre-register your trademark so that it's already known that a project of some sort is coming and it's going to be under this name. Yeah, so that's trademarks in a nutshell. It is a little bit more of a sticky situation. And one example when I started learning about it, Nickelodeon's Rocket Power, the cartoon that they had with the skateboarding extreme sport kids. Well, I reasoned that Rocket Power was a catchy enough name that there had to be another Rocket Power somewhere out there in the world. I got online, I did a trademark search for Rocket Power, and sure enough, there was a Rocket Power computer electronics store of some sort, and I think it was San Francisco. All the information was right there. Those of you who that might remember watching Rocket Power and seeing commercials for it, it was always billed as Nickelodeon's Rocket Power. They still wanted to use Rocket Power, but they couldn't just use those two words. So Nickelodeon, their trademark, was Nickelodeon's Rocket Power. That was their full trademark. That's why they always billed it as such in their ads and everything. Because, other shows wasn't necessarily, Nickelodeon's Angry Beavers or Nickelodeon's Rugrats, because those things were already their own. They didn't have to officially include Nickelodeon in part of the actual title of the show. So the actual title for Rocket Power is Nickelodeon's Rocket Power. That's the little thing. So if you want to use a title, but yeah, so if you have a title for something and you find that it's been trademarked, if you have a name that you can associate with it and it doesn't sound too corny, you can just do that for your official trademark. And also, any of your promotional stuff, labels, sticker, you're still going to have to include the entirety of your title, which is why if you go that route, kind of catchy, like Nickelodeon's Rocket Power, I am done. That is all I have to say about Trademark. If you want to look any more about it, I'll link the Trademark Patent Office website, and you can just sort your way through that. I will warn you, they have updated the site. It looks more modern, but honestly, it's a bit more confusing than when it was a very, very bland page with some drop downs and you didn't really know what you were clicking. I'll link that. You now know a little bit more about trademark and protecting your creativity, and how to and a better idea of how to avoid stepping on toes. And I'm going to go start editing this and such, and I shall catch you in the next video.